What's up, my nerd friends? So, you found this game by any chance, and you're wondering if it's worth your time? Or if you have tried Alchemy Stars before, you're wondering is it worth to return back? Well, this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to talk about 5 things that might convince you to give Alchemy Stars a try. And of course, this is my personal opinion after playing this game since day 1, so around 6 months, and I have been a free-to-play player since day 1, meaning I have not spent a single penny. So if you plan to be a free-to-play player, my opinion might be very valuable for you. First, is it too late to start? I know this question will be something that almost all people ask whenever they try to join a game that has some age, right? So as of making this video, Alchemy Stars has existed for around 165 days. The global and the US server is simultaneously released, so there's not a single server earlier. Like usual Gacha Game, you have CN or JP servers start earlier than global. In Alchemy Stars case, global, JP, US, they all start on the same day. There is another server, which is the Taiwan server, which is on a later date. So if you're in the Taiwan server, your content might be a little bit behind the update. But I believe if you found this video, you are not a Taiwanese, hopefully. So, is it possible to catch up? What if you start today and versus people who started on day 1? Can you beat them? Well, you don't have to worry about that because in this game, there is no PvP. Catching up is not exactly something you have to worry about. You can play the game at your own pace, and even if you want to catch up, it is still very much possible because the game is purely PvE. When you raise your unit to a certain point, your team should be able to beat every single content on the game, including the event stages and the main story stages. And usually, judging on my experience, to reach the point that you can clear everything with your team, you should take around 1 to 2 months depending on your spending, and you will be pretty much on the end game. When you are on the end game, you are waiting for content and you should be able to clear them no problem, getting all the rewards. But of course, you also miss something that is limited to player who started early. There are a couple units that is limited, and we call them the welfare units. So these units are given out on events for free, and they are limited to that event only. These characters are 5-star characters that you can get maximum breakthrough for free if you play the event every single day and grind out all the materials. And this unit, they are particularly niche and they don't have too much use in the game, so don't be too sad about missing out these units. Sure, for collective sake, you might missing them out, but in terms of power level, they are not exactly very strong. And the unit you might have missed as of making this video is Daunt, Bonacieux, Allura, and Pitman. All the other units is available from summoning, and you also miss a couple icons that is limited, and also a couple furniture which is also event exclusive. Of course, these are all cosmetic. It doesn't increase your stat or anything. You miss it, you miss it. I mean, I also missed a couple because I didn't join the closed beta. Hey, we all lose something. But of course, the best time to start is always since the day 1 of the game, and the second best time is now. Content. So something that scares a lot of us gacha player is definitely the lack of content. A lot of the game don't boast content for even months to come, and some game even straight up just die because their game couldn't maintain the costs. Now fortunately, Alchemy Stars is definitely not one of them. You have high quality art for all the characters and skins, and also music constantly being released as of the game goes on. And also there's very little downtime for events. As of right now, from what I see, you have like 1 or 2 days for downtime. Event usually lasts for around 3 weeks, and they are always innovating with the events. So we have 6 events so far: Eye of the Storm, Cloud Blossom, the Summer event, Doomfire Strike, Letter from the Sky, and Gloom of the Night. And inside of these events, there are a variety of different types. So we have like a very difficult, you can select your own mods, which is the end game from Summer event. And you have the Doomfire Strike, which is a long form of content. There's like 20 wave. Wait, 15. There's like 15 wave inside this event, and you have to fight toward the final boss. And then we have the Gloom of the Night, which is like a PvP event. You fight against Aurorians, which is controlled by AI. So there's like, Tourdog is very keen on experimenting new type of content, so it keeping us player very fresh. We get new stuff every now and then. So yeah, thumbs up on that. And also, other than the actual in-game content, we also have outside of the game content. So if you join the official Discord server, you will see that they post a post almost every single day. These can be arts or appreciation posts or announcements. They post it almost every single day, and they host a lot of community events as well. They're giving out merch for people who participate in this event, or sometimes they just give out money. So they are very involved in the community. But I do have to say, while there's a lot of content and they are very refreshing in terms of gameplay, and they are very fun as well, but the story from the event does feel a little bit rushed most of the time. And this is one of my, I guess, pet peeve, because I know a lot of people play Gacha Game don't really pay attention to the story, but I do. And I would say story from event definitely does feel a little bit lackluster. So if you're a lore fan, this might be one of the downside, I would say. Again, I want to keep things very honest, so if there is any bad thing about the game, I will point it out. And then the next, we're gonna talk about the developers. So developer is Tourdog, and don't confuse this with Tencent or Proxima Beta. So Tencent and Proxima Beta are both publisher. Tourdog is the one that developed the games. So as for Tourdog, this is their first game. Alchemy Stars is their first game, and they have a good track record for being very generous with their game. I mean, this is their first game after all. And they're giving out a lot of loot members, which is the currency for summoning, very frequently. And when they mess things up, for example, maintenance get extended, or they accidentally added a new banner or something, they will probably pay you back. So far I have nothing I want to complain about the developers. They are also very frequently listening to the community feedbacks. They have been implementing a lot of stuff that people has been complaining about, and improving the quality of life as well. Overall, I just can't complain. In my opinion, in terms of Gacha Game, Tourdog is kind of like a gold standard in terms of developers. Even better than like some of the biggest game out there, I would say, like Genshin Impact, MiHoYo. Just great developers. And then the next, I'm gonna talk about the free-to-play aspect of the game. So if you have ever read the review of the game, you probably will notice that a lot of people will say this game is very free-to-play friendly. And it is true, this game is very free-to-play friendly. And the first thing is there's no PvP in the game, so people who want to pay to win does not affect you in any other way. In fact, if they pay to win, they're actually helping you because you get a stronger friend to use. And this game can be majorly played on your own pace. You can play however slow or fast you want. And as I mentioned before, the developer is very generous with what they give. They always giving some loot members here and there for like launching events or holidays or like anniversary. They're giving out a lot of stuff. Honestly, I can't even keep track. They just give way too many. And as of right now, in my free-to-play account, I have saved enough summon to summon for like around 200 plus times. And I already have really good units. So overall, really free-to-play friendly. No pay-to-win aspect at all. When it comes to the grind, in terms of this game, the grind is very simple. However, it's pretty long, I would say, because raising a unit to the maximum potential does take you some time, but there is no random artifact stats system. It's very simple. You just have to grind the material, throw it into your characters, and you'll be able to get full potential of character. There's one thing though, which is limiting your full potential, which is dupe system. So you do have to get multiple of the same unit to unlock the full potential. I do have to say, most of the time, now this is not applied to all units, most of the time, the dupe is not very impactful. So you can ignore them most of the time. There are a couple units that require preemptive to be really strong, and this unit does benefit a lot from dupes. But hey, at least you don't have to deal with the random stat system where most Korean games have. And if you have played Genshin before, it's the artifact random stat system. We don't have that. In my opinion, that's a really good thing, keeping the grind simple, however long. And the next thing I'm going to talk about is the daily maintenance. So what do I mean by this? So we all know about gacha games or mobile game in general. This game usually they want you to come back every day. They have the daily login system. They have the energy system that keep you coming back play every day. And a lot of the time, these games tend to take a lot of time off your life every single day. And I'm going to talk slightly about the maintenance after the honeymoon period, which is what I call the end game of Alchemy Stars. So the honeymoon period usually lasts around 1 or 2 months, to the point that you want to raise your unit and get ascension tree, blah blah blah. And then you have the end game period, which is you probably just going to log in, you grind your materials, and then you log off. So how long is the daily maintenance period? So for my experience, it's around 10 minutes every day for 2 times. So for what I do in the morning, I wake up, I will play it once for around 10 minutes, and then in the night I'll play it once again for another 10 minutes. This is actually very low maintenance, and also one thing is you can auto most of your stages, so you don't have to pay too much attention to them. Technically I say it's 10 minutes, it's actually only like 2 minutes where you're actually pressing buttons. Now there is no sweep option for most of the prison stages, so you do have to open your phone or PC and let it run. So yeah, it's around 10 minutes and 2 to 3 minutes of you actually pressing buttons. Final verdict, Alchemy Star is a good game if you want a game with beautiful arts, constant updates, relatively new game, low maintenance in the end game, and most importantly, active community. Most of the time, this is what we want, right? You want a game that will not die, and just fun game in general for mobile game. Anyway, if you want more content about Alchemy Stars, do hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future Alchemy Star content. And also join my Discord. I will host fun events about Alchemy Star every now and then. The first 100 people who join early will get a special limited roles. So hey, join while it lasts. And if you do decide to play Alchemy Stars, I do have a beginner guides and I'll put it on the screen right now. You can go and watch it. That's it for me today. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.